Ever wondered how to survive in New York City without knowing all the nuances of English? Today, we'll reveal the phrases that can save your day in this vibrant metropolis.
Hello, friends. Welcome to a new episode of the podcast Real Stories, Real English, the podcast where we help you learn English through real stories. Today, we have John with us, a Brit who recently moved to New York. He will share his experience of adapting to life in this dynamic and multicultural city.
Hi, Anna. I'm very glad to be here. Well, New York is always a challenge, but it's a challenge I enjoy. I've been here for a few months now, and there are some interesting moments I'd like to share.
Sounds great.
Why would someone leave the peaceful charm of Britain for the hustle and bustle of New York? Let's find out.
Let's start from the very beginning. Why did you decide to move to New York? Was it a random choice, or have you dreamed of living in this city for a long time?
Well, it was more of an opportunity than a dream. I've always thought of New York as a place where anything is possible. A city that never sleeps, where you can meet people from all over the world. I was offered a job here, and I immediately accepted.
Phrase of the day. The city that never sleeps. A nickname for New York, highlighting its constant energy and activity. What do you do when the city feels too loud, fast, and overwhelming? John's got a few tips for you.
New York is truly mesmerizing. How has your adaptation been? Was it difficult to get used to life in such a metropolis?
To be honest, I was a bit overwhelmed at first. New York is not just a city, it's a whole world. Everything here is very fast, noisy, and, as the locals say, full of energy. But at the same time, people here are very open and willing to help, which pleasantly surprised me.
Phrase of the day. Go with the flow. To adapt, be flexible, and not resist the situation. Did you know that hit me up doesn't mean hit me? Let's break down the most useful expressions.
New York is a city of contrasts. Were there any phrases or expressions that you didn't understand right away when you first arrived?
Oh, yes. For example, I couldn't understand what hit me up meant for a long time. It's a phrase that's often used in casual conversation. Literally translated, hit me up means hit me, but it actually means call me or get in touch with me. There are many accents, from the classic New York accent to those of people who have come from different corners of the world. At first, I thought I wouldn't be able to understand the locals, but actually, people speak quickly but clearly.
That's really typical New York style. What phrases helped you adapt more quickly?
Well, one of the most useful phrases for me became, let's grab a coffee. It simply means, let's have a coffee. But in New York, it's not just an invitation. It's part of the culture, a way to start a conversation and make a connection. I often use this phrase to initiate communication. That's indeed an important phrase in New York. People love to strike up a conversation over a cup of coffee.
John thought he wouldn't understand the locals at all, but what he discovered will surprise you.
What surprised you about the behavior of the locals?
Locals here are very straightforward, and there's a charm in that. In Britain, we are a bit more reserved, but in New York, people say what they think. For example, if you're standing in line and someone stands too close, you're not shy to say, "Hey, you're in my space."
Yes, directness in New York is something else. What would you advise English speakers who are thinking about moving to New York or just want to learn more about life in this city?
My advice is to not be afraid to be open and ask questions. People here are always ready to help if you show interest and respect. Also, if you want to understand the city, it's important to go with the flow, to keep pace with the rhythm of life in New York.
Thank you, John, for the great advice and for sharing your experience. I'm sure our listeners will find it interesting to hear what it's like to adapt in such a unique city as New York. And for everyone planning to come here, John has given excellent recommendations.
Thank you, Anna. It was nice to chat. Good luck to everyone planning their journey to New York. Remember, the key in this city is to be yourself.
See you, friends.
Sure.
Bye.
Phrases for explanation. Hit me up, a phrase meaning call me, or get in touch with me. What's up? A common greeting meaning, how are you? Or, what's new? Let's grab a coffee. An invitation to have coffee, often used as a way to start a conversation or meet up. Go with the flow means to go with the flow. Not resist. Be flexible and adapt to the situation. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe our channel to keep learning and practicing English with us.